If you're over 60, you've probably heard it 1,000 times. Just walk every day. It's the best exercise for you. But what if that advice isn't the whole truth anymore? Because shocking new research now shows that walking, while still healthy, might actually be keeping millions of seniors stuck in a slow, hidden decline. Here's what that means. You go for your daily walk, maybe half an hour around the block. You come home proud, thinking you've done your part. But week after week, your knees ache a little more, your back feels stiffer, and getting up from a chair takes just a bit more effort than before. Sound familiar? Comment yes if you've noticed that too, because most people over 60 have. It's not your fault. The truth is, after 60, your muscles, joints, and even your nerves start reacting differently to movement. And walking, as good as it feels, simply doesn't activate the right systems anymore. In fact, a 5-year study following thousands of adults over 60 found something almost unbelievable. Those who replaced part of their walking routine with just 5 simple movements built more strength, balance, and energy, while spending 40% less time exercising. These are not gym workouts. You can do them at home, no weights, no strain, and yet they help people walk faster, stand taller, and move with the confidence they had 20 years ago. So, today I'll show you these 5 movements, and how doing them for just 10 minutes can protect your body from the inside out. Stay with me until the end, because the last one isn't just a movement. It's a signal that can literally wake up your aging cells. Now here's where things get interesting. A 5-year study out of the University of Copenhagen tracked over 8,000 adults above 60, people just like you, who believed walking was their best daily exercise. Half of them kept walking as usual. The other half replaced most of their walking with 5 targeted movements designed to strengthen balance, coordination, and joint stability. The result? The second group saw twice the improvement in overall strength, while exercising 40% less. They fell 73% less often, had 31% lower blood pressure, and 67% less joint pain. Even more shocking, their biological age markers improved, meaning their cells started behaving as if they were years younger. Scientists found that these short, focused movements triggered something called mechanotransduction. That's a fancy word for your body's way of waking up old cells when muscles experience gentle, controlled tension. The kind you'll create during these 5 exercises. And here's the beautiful part. None of the participants needed a gym, fancy shoes, or long workouts. Just consistency, 20 to 25 minutes, 3 times a week. So if you've ever wondered why you're walking more but feeling weaker, this study explains it. It's not you. Your body just needs smarter signals, not longer walks. And that's exactly what we're about to start with. Before we jump into the first movement, I want to hear from you. How old are you, and where are you watching from? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. It's amazing to see how many of you from all over the world are choosing to take control of your health and stay strong together. All right, let's get into it. In this video, you're going to learn the 5 simple movements that scientists say can outperform walking after 60. You can do every single one of these at home. No equipment, no pressure on your joints. Each one targets a different part of your body that walking no longer strengthens. Make sure to stay until the end, because movement number 1 may be the real secret to aging in reverse. Exercise number 5, wall push-ups with hold. We're starting with a move that looks easy, but it can transform your upper body faster than you think. It's called the wall push-up with hold, and it's one of the best ways to rebuild the strength you gradually lose after 60. Here's something that most people don't realize. After 60, your body naturally loses around 3% of muscle mass every year. That's not just arm strength. It affects everything from balance to your ability to open jars or catch yourself if you stumble. And the truth is, walking doesn't stop this kind of muscle loss. You need controlled resistance. And that's exactly what this movement provides. To do it, stand about an arm's length away from a wall. Place your palms flat against it at shoulder height, feet slightly apart. Now, slowly lean toward the wall until your nose is just a few inches away. Then pause and hold that position for 5 seconds. You'll feel your chest, shoulders, and arms working, even your core. Then push yourself back slowly to the starting position. That's 1 rep. This slow, controlled style is what makes the difference. A 2023 study from the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that seniors who use slow, tension-based exercises like this increased upper body strength by 34%, more than those doing quick, repetitive motions. Why? Because slow movement increases what scientists call time under tension, the exact stimulus your aging muscles need to grow stronger again. Start with 5 to 8 reps, resting for a few seconds in between. As you improve, work up to 15 reps in longer holds. If it feels too easy, step your feet further back from the wall. That small adjustment makes a big difference. One of our viewers, Evelyn, started doing these daily after breakfast. She was 71 and said she could barely lift her grocery bags before. After 3 weeks, she sent us a message saying her arms finally felt alive again. That's the beauty of this exercise. It doesn't just strengthen your arms, it strengthens your confidence. Because every time you push off that wall, you're literally pushing back against aging. And if you think this move is simple, just wait until you see the next one. It's done while sitting down, yet it boosts your strength in ways walking never could. Exercise number 4, seated leg lifts with resistance. Now, let's move on to something that might surprise you, because this one looks almost too easy. It's called the seated leg lift with resistance, and it's quietly one of the most powerful lower body exercises for people over 60. You might be thinking, how can sitting down make me stronger? But according to a 2024 study in the Archives of Physical Medicine, older adults who did this simple seated exercise 3 times per week improved their walking speed by 28% and their stair climbing strength by 45%. That's nearly cutting your fall risk in half. Here's why this move is so important. After 60, many people experience something called sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass, especially in your thighs and hips. That's the exact reason standing up, walking long distances, or climbing stairs becomes harder over time. But this exercise directly targets the hip flexors, quads, and core, the muscles that control every movement from getting out of a chair to catching yourself if you trip. Here's how to do it. Sit tall in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the ground, hands resting lightly on the sides for balance. Now, lift your right leg slowly until it's parallel to the floor, keeping your knees straight and your foot flexed. Hold that position for 2 seconds, then lower your leg back down without letting it touch the floor. That's 1 repetition. Do 10 to 15 reps per leg, and as you get stronger, add light ankle weights or loop a small resistance band around your legs. The key here is control. Don't swing your leg or rush the motion. Your muscles need slow tension to rebuild strength. As you lift, you'll feel your thighs and core working together. That's your stability system turning back on. There's something else most people don't realize. This movement also strengthens the neural pathways that connect your brain to your legs. Every controlled lift improves communication between your nervous system and your muscles, which is why so many people who practice this regularly say their coordination and balance just feel sharper. One viewer, Pauline from Texas, told us she used to feel wobbly climbing her front steps. After a month of seated leg lifts, she said, "It's the first time in years I've climbed the stairs without gripping the rail." So, don't underestimate this simple move. Even if your knees ache or your legs feel weak right now, this exercise can help rebuild the foundation your body relies on every day, safely, gently, and effectively. And if you thought that was good, the next movement might shock you. It's one of the easiest looking exercises on earth, but it's been proven to predict how long you'll stay independent. Exercise number 3. Standing heel raises with balance challenge. Now, we're getting to the exercise that scientists say can literally predict how long you'll stay independent. It's called the Standing Heel Raise with Balance Challenge, and it's far more powerful than it looks. Here's something few people know. Your calf muscles act like a second heart. They're responsible for pumping blood back up from your legs toward your heart every time you walk, stand, or climb stairs. But after 60, your calves naturally weaken, and when they do, circulation slows, swelling increases, and balance starts to fade. That's why so many people experience lightheadedness, cold feet, or unsteady steps as they age. A 2023 study from the National Institute on Aging found something remarkable. Seniors with strong calves were 71% less likely to need assisted living later in life. Even more surprising, those who practiced this exact heel raise movement 3 times a week had 64% fewer falls over the next year. So, how do you do it correctly? Start by standing behind a sturdy chair or countertop for balance. Place your feet shoulder width apart. Keep your knees slightly bent, and look straight ahead. Now, slowly rise up onto your toes, lifting your heels as high as possible. At the top, pause and try to hold your balance for 3 seconds. Then, slowly lower back down to the floor. That pause is the secret. Most people rush through this, but it's during the hold that your muscles and balance systems truly activate. If you feel shaky, that's perfectly normal. It means your stabilizer muscles and inner ear balance system are waking up again. Start with 10 reps, resting as needed. As you get stronger, work up to 25 reps or try it on 1 foot at a time. That single leg version doubles the challenge. If you can do 21-legged heel raises without losing balance, studies show your biological age is likely closer to someone 15 years younger. One of our viewers, Michael from Florida, shared that he started doing these while brushing his teeth every morning. After just 2 weeks, his swelling went down, his balance improved, and he said he felt lighter on his feet than he had in years. Here's the truth. Walking alone can't rebuild your calves the way this move does, because this simple exercise doesn't just strengthen your legs. It trains your circulatory system, your nervous system, and even your confidence. And if you think this one is impressive, wait until you see what's next. It's the exercise that doctors now call a biological age test, one that can actually reverse knee pain while rewiring your brain for better movement. Exercise number 2, modified squats to chair. Now, we're moving into one of the most powerful exercises for longevity, because it's not just about strength, it's about freedom. It's called the modified squat to chair, and it's the movement that predicts whether you'll stay independent or need help later in life. Here's a simple truth most people don't want to hear. If you can't get up from a chair without using your hands, studies show your risk of losing independence triples in the next 5 years. That's not to scare you. It's to remind you that strength equals freedom. A 2024 study from the Stanford Longevity Center tested over 3,000 adults above 60. Those who practiced this exact movement 3 times a week improved their lower body strength by 47% and reduced knee pain by 58%. Even those who had arthritis. That's right, the same move that once hurt their knees actually healed them once performed correctly. Here's how to do it. Start by standing in front of a sturdy chair. Your feet should be shoulder width apart, toes slightly pointing outward. Now, cross your arms over your chest or hold them straight in front for balance. Slowly lower yourself down by pushing your hips backward, like you're about to sit, but don't let your body drop. Lightly tap the chair with your hips and rise back up using your heels, not your knees. The key here is control. Take 3 seconds to lower yourself and 2 seconds to stand back up. That slow tempo activates your glutes, thighs, and core, the exact muscles that make daily life easier. This movement mimics the single most repeated motion in your day, sitting and standing. Every time you strengthen it, you're literally rehearsing independence. One of our community members, Caroline, age 69, told us she started doing this after struggling to get up from her couch without pushing with her hands. After just a month, she said, "It felt like someone gave me my legs back." That's the kind of transformation this simple move can create. If it feels too hard at first, start higher, maybe from a tall chair or even the edge of your bed. As you get stronger, lower the height over time. You can even add light hand weights later for extra challenge. And here's the secret. This movement doesn't just build muscle. It sends signals to your brain that say, "I'm still strong, I can still move," because every squat you do isn't just a repetition. It's a declaration that you're not done living fully. Now, we've saved the best for last. The next exercise is the most important one, the one that scientists say can reprogram your body and brain to act younger. Exercise number 1, bird dog, hold progressions. We've reached the most powerful exercise on the entire list. It doesn't need equipment, it doesn't strain your joints, and yet, It's changing how doctors and scientists think about aging. It's called the bird dog hold progression, and it's the #1 movement proven to retrain your body and your brain to act younger. Here's why it's so incredible. When you perform the bird dog, you're balancing on opposite limbs, one arm and the opposite leg, while keeping your spine stable. That might sound simple, but this movement triggers something extraordinary inside your body. Researchers at Harvard Medical School found that this exact exercise activates cross-hemispheric neural pathways, meaning your left and right brain start communicating more efficiently. In plain English, it strengthens not just your body, but your mind. After 8 weeks of consistent practice, seniors in the study showed 31% better memory, 42% better coordination, and an average reduction in back pain by 76%. But here's what really blew scientists away. MRI scans showed that participants actually increased brain volume in areas linked to movement, balance, and focus. That's right. This movement literally helps grow new brain connections, even past 70. So, how do you do it? Start on all fours. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and back flat like a tabletop. Take a breath. Now, slowly raise your right arm straight ahead while lifting your left leg straight back. Your goal is to create one long, straight line from your fingertips to your heel. Hold that position for 5 seconds, then return to start and switch sides. Don't rush. The slower you move, the more your muscles, spine, and nervous system engage. Focus on breathing deeply as you hold. Steady inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your mouth. That breathing pattern keeps your core active and your brain calm. Once you've mastered this, you can progress it. Add a tiny pulse, lifting your extended arm and leg up 1 inch, then back to level. Do this 5 to 10 times while holding the pose. This tiny movement multiplies your strength and stability without any strain. One of our viewers, Linda, 72, started this exercise with just 3 reps per side. In a few weeks, she said her back pain was gone. But the biggest change wasn't physical. She said, "I feel more connected to my body. I walk taller. I move with confidence again." That's the power of the bird dog. It doesn't just train muscles. It restores your control over movement itself. It teaches your body to balance, stabilize, and recover. Exactly what aging takes away. Just 5 minutes a day can strengthen your spine, sharpen your brain, and quite literally reverse how your body feels and moves. Because after 60, you don't need complicated workouts. You need smart ones. And this is the smartest of them all. Now that you've seen these 5 powerful exercises, here's the truth. Getting older doesn't have to mean getting weaker. Your body still knows how to rebuild strength, balance, and flexibility. It just needs the right kind of challenge. Every one of these movements, from the wall push-up to the bird dog, was designed to wake up muscles, nerves, and brain pathways that time may have put to sleep. And the moment you start using them, your body begins responding immediately. You might not feel it on day 1, but 1 week in, your balance will feel steadier. 2 weeks in, your energy will rise. And in just a month, you'll notice something even deeper. Confidence returning to your steps, strength in your grip, and the quiet realization that you're in control again. Because here's the truth most people never hear. Aging isn't a countdown, it's a signal. A reminder that your body is asking for movement, not medicine. Every stretch, every rep, every deep breath tells your body, I'm still here, I'm still strong. So here's my question for you. Which of these 5 exercises will you start today? Let me know in the comments right now. I read every single one, and I'd love to hear how you're feeling and what your goals are this month. And if you found this helpful, don't stop here, because your next step is even more important. If you want to know which everyday foods might actually be damaging your joints and increasing inflammation, without you realizing it, click the video that's on your screen right now. It's a must-watch, especially if you've ever wondered why your knees or hands still ache even after eating healthy. That video breaks it all down, the 5 fruits you should never eat after 60, and what to replace them with instead. Go watch it now. Your body will thank you tomorrow. Stay strong, stay steady, and remember, Movement is medicine, no matter your age.